welcome back to the channel. We are on, where are we at today? We are at the Drive in Oxbridge, and it is party night tonight. The last function I'd done, it was I weren't expecting a lot of people because that particular venue, it's not really all that busy. Average number of guests at that particular venue where I was last. The last gig log I post is somewhere up there. If you've not clicked onto it, click onto it. It'll be up there or up there, one of them two corners. Click onto it, check it out. As I said, I was only expecting about 80 people there, and it was double that. It was 160 people there. It was absolutely packed out, and it was a really good function. It was a really good one. I forgot a few things. Other than it was my fault. Other than me messing up with my camera and recording the dance floor action with no audio, which was my fault because I was using a new microphone, switch microphone, and I made a few settings on the camera, and it just went wrong from there onwards basically. Anyway, so what we're going to do now, we're going to hit time lapse, and as I take you on my journey. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe, share, like, thumbs up, or better still, give me a nice comment. Either way, it all helps the analytics. So here we go, let's time lapse. So we've not got much gear to bring in. I've not brought much with me, just the DZRs, quick easy setup, no subs today, and that's pretty much the van full of my equipment, stands and gig bar mover at the back. That's my rock and roller, and this is my path into the venue. Believe it or not, coming out of here is an absolute nightmare because it's pitch black, there's no lighting, and I've got to come up these steps all the way up here in absolute darkness. And here we are. You might have seen this venue already, been here a few times. There we go, there's my lovely stage which is cleared out for me. I'll still be using half a stage. But it is what it is. What I'm going to do, I am going to start offloading, bringing my gear in, and I will catch you back on the other side when I've got everything inside my path. I want to talk about the link between psychology and DJing. Now, stay with me on this one. I know you're probably thinking, oh, what's he talking about, eh? What's Colin talking about? But the link between psychology and DJing are very close in between. If, for example, I don't know, I'm sure we all do it, I'm sure you guys out there do it, read the dance floor, look at people's body actions, look at their expressions on their face. You can tell by their smallest kind of like telltale signs of their body actions, their facial gestures, when it's time to change genre, when it's time to switch direction. If you pick up on key little points, you'll know that it's time to change the genre, because you've got to remember, with music you are invoking an emotion. People out on the dance floor, they're happy, you're invoking a happy emotion. Subsequently, if you're playing something which is kind of like not happening, and a lot of people on the dance floor are not enjoying it, so you're invoking a sad emotion. So, and the result of that are people leaving the dance floor. And when you're reading people on the dance floor, their emotions, I said earlier on, telltale signs that people are getting fatigued, for example. They might start puffing their cheeks and puffing and blowing a bit, like, I mean, you know, you've generally overcooked it. You probably stayed in one genre too long, especially if it's like 128 BPM. If it's a dance genre, what you've been playing for quite a while, you know, that's one of the telltale signs. Another telltale signs of people like giving it some of that with their shirt or their t-shirts generally means that they're starting to get a little bit fatigued as well. So they're starting to get a little bit tired as well. So that's another indication that, you know, it's time to change genre, it's time to switch. And when you do switch, bring the tempo down just a little bit, give them time to kind of like catch their breath and also kind of like reset their motivation out on the dance floor as well. So once you reset their motivation, their brain's been reset, you're still keeping their interest on the dance floor going. You know what I mean? Another telltale sign is pretty much the obvious one. There's two obvious telltale signs that people are starting to get fatigued, which you need to pick up on. The first one is that they obviously 2 or 3 or more people will leave the dance floor. That's the obvious telltale sign that what the current track is not working, and that's when you need to kind of like switch. When you see 2 or 3 people starting to leave the dance floor, that's when you kind of like need to pick up on, and you need to switch genre. You need to revitalize their interest back out on the dance floor again. Another telltale sign is that if they're dancing hard and they've been dancing hard for a little while now, and you start seeing little pockets of people start chatting to each other on the dance floor, they're starting to lose interest, basically. Do you know what I mean? They are starting to lose interest. So you need to pick up on that and kind of like revitalize their interest back out on the dance floor by switching genre again and kind of like invoking that emotion to get them back out and kind of like pull their attention back out on the dance floor again. So it's like DJing, it's not just kind of like head in your laptop, playing your playlist, working your way through your playlist, regardless of what's going on on the dance floor. Subconsciously, we don't link the two, like psychology and DJing together and reading people's actions out on the dance floor. It is a bit of a psychology game to kind of like keep people interested and keep their interest going on the dance floor. So it's just a case of just looking around, looking at people's body motions, picking up what their energy is like, what their facial expressions like, you know what I mean, what their body gestures are like as well, in order to keep the dance floor flowing. So not a lot of people would know that who don't DJ that. Well, what's the link between psychology? What's the psychology to keeping people on the dance floor? The key is just generally reading people's body actions, reading their gestures, reading their facial expressions. If you can pick up on a few small key points, people are starting to get fatigued, or they're starting to get tired, or they're losing interest of a particular genre, what you've been playing. It may well be that you might have stuck in that genre too long. Then it is time to switch and change genre. And as I said, when you're switching, you need to switch to something which is better than the current track, what is playing, to reset their mental brains, to get them back out and to get the interest flowing back out on the dance floor again. So that's generally what I found over the years. Let me know your thoughts on that and what you think about that. If you think I've lost the plot and talking absolute rubbish, stick it in the comment. If you agree with me, give it one of those thumbs up, and do add a comment to it and let me know what your personal experience are. If you've already been doing it subconsciously, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there have been doing it subconsciously and not really give it a second thought, because it's second nature, because it's what we do as DJs. Let me know either way in the comments. So until I catch you back on the other side with a bit of dance floor action, remember to like, share, subscribe, and all that lovely YouTube stuff, as I say. So I will see you back on the other side. So I've just got around to doing the post vlog review. There was about 50-60 people there. Obviously this is the day after, hence I'm shaving compared to last night where I did have a full-on beard, so it's a bit of a delay for me kind of like getting the post review out. But there's about 50 people there, not a lot of people. You know, when there's when it is pretty thin on numbers, it's always kind of like difficult, a little bit more difficult to get a vibe going, because no one wants to be the first one on the dance floor basically. So you know, you just got to work a little bit harder, I find, than normal. When I was talking about the link between psychology and DJing, just reading your crowd perception, just so you can preempt how the crowd is gonna kind of like pan out. A lot of it as well is just down to the luck of the draw. You know, you get functions where no matter what you play, everything's a hit. You got feet moving on the dance floor from beginning to end. You do have functions like that where the stars and the moon, everything aligns into one. So psychology, reading people's emotions, that's just one element to DJing. There's many elements which goes up to DJing. Once again, I've got to thank all the subscribers subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, like, share, give it a comment, give it a thumbs up. Either way, it's very much appreciated. Until the next vlog, which will be very soon, I will see you on the other side.